Okay, so this is your
This is called manhole 2.
manhole 2, where you will do the truss boring from here and
Yes. Towards manhole 3.
So that's west, right?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
And
Okay.
from here towards manhole 1, which is that way.
Right.
So to stop this from collapsing, to give it some small stability, we anchored at the top.
When you say anchored, by what? By steel bars or
Yeah, anchor bolts
anchor bolt?
into the tarmac.
What's that? A steel mesh or? Is that a steel mesh or what is
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And we anchored into the hard rock at the bottom,
Right.
and then we just sprayed some grout over the top. Yeah.
Right.
Just to give it that small stability.
Right. Now you expect to face
Yes.
that the width of the rock there is not going to be
Because just now we are
started having cracks there.
we are currently 4 meters down,
Right.
4.5, but our pipeline is 6.5 meters.
Right.
So we're going to face the same problem as manhole 3.
It all depends what's the width of the rock you have from the edge of this midge there towards the right, if you have sufficient thickness or not.
That
I mean, you may manage the protecting the upper
Sure.
layers here, but if the rock collapses there, and so you have not hit the same sand material you hit there yet.
not yet, but our fear is that we will.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
will. Yes.
So is that sandstone at the top? Looks
Yeah.
like sandstone, isn't it?
It's just backfill.
No, not
Oh,
exactly
below?
at the top, yeah.
Yeah.
So the rock was outcropping in this area.
Yeah.
So everything you see here is because of everything other than rock.
Yeah.
You see here is because of making the trench for the pipe, isn't it?
That's right.
Otherwise the rock outcrops in...
Careful, Mr. Rashid. The whole road will collapse. And I will tell you.
See, this is like 2.5 meters.
Yes. Is this your canvas idea?
It's
Similar.
you don't need to spray, you don't need to, so it already has a 13 millimeter thickness of it, and you can hydrate by water, but
30.
I think 13 millimeter,
13.
but it has a high strength when it is hydrated. It's about it's 40 megapascal. So, but I think even that one, anchoring it at the top and the bottom is not enough. You would need anchors horizontally to go. I mean, though this is 2.5 meter, but you are very close to the pipe, and we have indication that this material has collapsed, cracked, and if this once you reach the rock level here, it all depends on what's the thickness of the rock between this surface we're looking at and the surface of the trench of the pipeline.
Yeah.
Now, imagine this rock collapses because it has little thickness, then all the material behind it will seep in. And this is what you're saying happened in the first one and the second one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what's our idea is again, it's really ideal. If you shotcrete that everything now, and then when we go down 1 meter, 2 meters,
Yes.
you shotcrete again.
In this one, it appears you are not behind supporting it. It appears that it is possible that to start supporting this, including putting anchors in the rock, which means that it's going to be in the rock and in the soil,
Sure.
which means that it's going to be above the pipeline, right, Rashid? And then, and this would be stable for this area. So the question is whether something like concrete canvas or shotcrete alone with like steel bars drilled into it, or you need more than that. You need like soil nails, which I suspect you need. I
Sorry,
suspect
what is that?
soil nails. Soil nail. It's
How long is that?
it can be any length. It can be 10 meters. It can
So
be,
it will just penetrate
yeah,
the
it will
existing...
penetrate horizontally like 15 degrees to the horizontal, and then you have it like a spacing of 1 meter spacing, or 1.5 vertical and horizontal, and then
That will
it's grouted.
support the canvas.
If you do that, maybe you don't need the canvas because it will be it will consolidate the soil and make it like acting as a one piece instead of acting like separate pieces because it's grouted. Now it depends. Maybe you put the soil nails and the shotcrete layer, or soil nail with a canvas, or soil nail. Maybe soil nail alone, though I doubt. You need a skin. You need some sort of a skin like the skin of an egg where it holds the yeah. So is that the natural water table here?
Yes. Again,
So what you do with water? You have to dewater.
Pump it out, yeah.
So here we're saying the pipe is 6.5 meter below the top, below the street level, right?
Yes.
So for 6.5 meter, you can imagine that you can have something like 3 rows of soil nails vertically, 1.5. You need maybe the first one should start at the top because you have traffic here. You have loads of traffic. You have movement on the top.
Oh, yes.
And the upper part is problematic. You cannot slope it. Can you slope it? Right. So you need maybe the first one should start maybe at I don't know, 50 centimeters, 75 centimeter, then 1 meter, or 1 meter. So you talk about 4 rows probably. And then you do them in the rock as well.
But when you are drilling, will that be safe?
We'll have to see. We'll have to.
Because you
No,
can
I
see
mean, if
when,
you are above the pipe, I think it will be safe.
Well,
and
you
should
can
be-
see just by Mr. Rashid's little touching.
No, because I checked the storm.
No, I understand. But again, we can check this up there. If you touch that will start.
Yeah, if you're
coming out.
concerned
It's a big
about
deal.
this, maybe what we did in one occasion, we put the machine on the top and we drilled the soil nails vertically down with an inclination. So that's like the first layer, because if we have the machine here, we can drill vertically, I mean not exactly vertically, but to an angle. And then you start the second row to be, now that row may give you some protection to start with, and then you go with the other one if you can say
But
that.
I don't.
I mean the other thing, if you say about this particular point where you're concerned about drilling, it's indeed very well possible that you go with a preliminary shotcrete layer that is to protect and enable you to drill, and then you do the soil nails and then another shotcrete layer.
I don't understand. I don't understand the concept of soil nails.
I will provide you the manuals for it, and it's just the concept is to make the soil coherent with grout, and you have the Titan bar or you have the steel bar where it's going to take the load, so preventing this wall to coming this side by having the plates and connecting the whole thing together in a shotcrete layer.
Okay.
So what you need is higher density and coherence
Sure.
for the soil behind it. So,
But
okay, this one is maybe, I mean, though even this one, Rashid, you have to see where to put the machine. It's difficult to put the
how
machine.
big is your machine?
Especially here. We have various sizes. We like to use the bigger one, but here, what you going to do? I mean, put like the Clem 701, or you need a platform, or you need, how can you, maybe 802. We can, I think with 802, I mean, when we say that you need to protect the slope, you cannot only protect the slope at the area where the dip is the deepest, right? You could to protect the slope also at the area where your ramp is,
Exactly.
right? Though it will be less number of rows, and then the number of rows will
The other
increase.
thing is you have to remember this ramp will be coming down. This is a
Yeah, I mean,
pit, so this ramp will
yeah,
also,
but I'm saying so number of rows will be reduced, but
First we'll make the first layer, then we'll excavate.
Yeah.
Then we'll go.
yeah, the ramp is important to support as the main bit, I think, because it will. So here with 802, I think, Rashid, you would be managing maybe all the rows, right, up to here, but then you have a problem unless this is cleaned and you put the machine down. I don't know. You can clean it. What's the width?
3 meters.
But you see the mast, you have to see the.
Must be converted.
Huh?
5 meter. 5.2.
5.2. So
if you put that
you
inclination,
don't know.
but-
Anyway, we
Go
will
down
see.
to
But
the
if the 802 is the biggest machine for soil nails, but we will see the smaller one. Now the smaller one will require either you backfill this again, put the nails and or some sort of platform to put the machine on.
If that's the case, I mean, currently I think we are only, let's see, I don't think we are very deep just now.
Yeah. But if you go deeper, and you would expect soil nail, then it's more difficult to do.
Exactly.
But now you are in a stage where maybe this is the right thing to do now.
Sure.
And that applies maybe the next pit you did not excavate yet.
We're not started yet.
Right, but it's similar condition as this.
Oh yeah, so it will do.
So in that one, maybe we can think more
Yeah.
logically about
As
it.
we are
can-
going
yeah.
down.